What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today I have just a couple of garden tours to get, So today I just have a few garden chores to do, but I wanted to talk real quick about trellising. So I showed you guys my new trellising system for my tomatoes, which is, I mean, it's not some new invention or anything, but the way that I want to keep these attached, I went on ahead and picked these up from the Dollar Tree. I actually picked these up last year. They do still have them this year as well, but these are the plant clips, and it comes with two different sizes. Let's bust them open real quick. So there's this size here, and then there is this size. I'm feeling like right now, because they're still pretty puny, I should be able to get away with using the smaller ones. So that's one thing that we're going to do. And then also, most of my beans were a complete fail as far as direct sowing, so I went on ahead and pulled out some extra pots in my seeds so I can go on ahead and pot them up in little pots, and I will transplant them out once they become a certain size, because I don't know what it is that's getting to my beans, but they are like straight up decapitating them. I showed you guys that in the last tour. But yeah, so in the case that these guys don't work out for the tomatoes, I also just have this, which I purchased this huge roll of like that little plastic stretchy tape, like maybe last year or the year before, something like that. So in the case this doesn't end up working out, we got a backup. So let's go on ahead and go out. All right, so we are over here on my trellis, and all I'm going to do is just attach them here, and maybe I will use the bigger ones. Let's see how this works out. Yeah, I think the bigger ones might suffice actually, and I kind of like the way that looks. I mean, it looks like it's going to work out fine. And update on the aphids, I think rinsing them off was a good call. So now let's just go through and clip on the rest of these guys. Yeah, not all of these need trellis just yet. Like this guy here is still a wee guy, but I mean, I guess we can go on ahead and just give him that support. So I'll go on ahead and finish this up, fast forward you guys through because not very exciting. All right, the other thing that I wanted to get done was I wanted to give my onions a haircut, because some of them are just completely fallen over already, as you can see. So I just want to give them a haircut so they don't prematurely like flip over. I want them to bulb up and look nice. And in addition to this, I will go on ahead and dry these as like green onion leaves or chives. I'm thinking about slicing them up or chopping them up into smaller pieces and dehydrating them to put like in soups, stews, etc. So let's just get to it. I did go on ahead and clean these off really well, just so I'm not spreading any disease or introducing any bacteria. So yeah, let's get into it. also something to keep in mind, because I'm using the square foot method for these onions and with most things in the garden this year. Pruning is a mofo. Because they are planted so densely, it's kind of a little bit more difficult to like get in there and prune these back. So in the future, I think that I will go in a little bit earlier to prune them back. That way I have a little bit more control over the situation. But all in all, I think this looks good. It looks better than it did. I did go on ahead and water the garden in really good before I got out here. That way I wasn't spraying water directly on like freshly cut leaves or anything. So that's something to also consider. And since I'm already pruning things, I think I'm going to prune back some of these herbs as well, because honey, they are busted. Here's what we got. Probably should have gotten a bigger basket or bowl. So I'm gonna drop these off inside, and then we're gonna prune back some herbs. So this is how I'm going to bundle up the herbs, because I am just going to let these hang and dry and put them in my beautiful little basket here. And ideally you can use some twine, but I have none, so I'm using what I got. And what I've got is this like stretchy plastic tape. So there we go. And this one I'm actually not going to bundle. I'm just going to set it in the basket. Oh, that smells amazing. This marjoram looks and smells just absolutely divine. My sage is busting out of control, as you can see here. So I don't know how much of this I'm actually going to dry out, because a lot of the leaves have like little spots on them. So whichever ones don't have like really bad spots, like this one looks really good, I'll hold on to. But a lot of the ones that have like these little spots on them, I'll probably just chuck to the side, or maybe I'll just clean up some of the leaves, take some of the new growth and hang those to dry. I don't mind it coming out into the walkway, but I want it to free up all of this space here for these peppers. So real quick, because I wanted to slide this into this video, I'm on my phone now, so if the quality is a little different, that's why, because like I said, my camera was dying. Anyways, I wanted to show you guys really quickly what I'm doing with all of my herbs, because I kind of briefly touched on it, but I want to let you know or show you. So I have my handy dandy dehydrator going. That's the marjoram up top, and then I just cut all of the onion greens down so they can easily fit into each one of these trays. I do have some still left over here. I'm thinking maybe I can find a recipe of some sort, or maybe I'll just shove them into a freezer bag and stick them in the freezer, call it a dang day. Don't pay attention to my kitchen. It's semi-clean. And then for my herbs, I put them on these little hangers here. I picked these up from Target maybe I want to say 4 or 5 years ago, and I did end up having twine, so I went on ahead and put twine as opposed to the plastic, just so they can kind of breathe still. So yeah, I just need to find a place for these to permanently hang, because my husband ain't going to allow for this, but for right now this works. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that while I was still in this mode of putting all of this stuff away. Back to the video. All right, we inside now because it is about 2 o'clock, which means that it's like peak sun is high in the sky, and it's also 85 degrees and very hot, and I have no shade out on my deck, so I'm gonna sow all of my seeds inside. So I have everything here, got all my stuff. Let's do this. So like I said, I've been having issues with pests already. Ooh, before I even get started. I mean, I guess honestly it doesn't matter. I'm not even gonna, no, I am gonna. I was trying to decide whether or not I wanted to label these, and I think I am, mostly because some of these are regular bush beans, and I say regular, some of these are bush beans, some of these are pole beans, so I need to be able to know what is which. That way I know when I'm transplanting everything out where to put what. So I have some tags. I need a marker. All right, so, but yeah, I'm already having issues with pests, which I don't feel like this has ever been the case like this early anyways. So I'm really wondering if the weather is making a difference in things or what. I feel like I've companion planted, you know, and all of that happy stuff, but I'm still starting to see, I want to say it was like a cucumber beetle that I've already seen out there. Listen, I am not ready to be dealing with pests. I want to get some daggone harvest before I see a pest, and maybe that's just, you know, a little selfish of me, but I don't like it. I decided that I'm going to go ahead and plant these out as well. I got these from Garden of Queenie. They're the 15-year-old pole bean, only because I did not get just a whole lot of success from the yard long beans that I had left over, and I really wanted more of that. So all right, I have a couple of other types of beans as well. So bush bean wise, I have some Royal Burgundy, I have some edamame. Hopefully you guys, come on now. Anyways, it's edamame. And then I also got some cowpeas. So this is the pink eye purple whole. All right, see you soon. Be careful. And I do have some black-eyed peas as well. I think I'll go ahead and sow a couple of those also. And what I'm thinking is I'm gonna put 2 beans per cell here. So these are four cell trays. I know that I will not be able to split up the bush beans. The pole beans will be fine since they're growing vertically for me to put 2 in each one. But I'm thinking with the bush beans, I might have to, I don't know, I might end up doing a second round. So maybe this will just be like my first wave of the bush beans. And then, yeah, I'll have to start a secondary wave. We'll see how it works. I don't know. Anyways, let's go on ahead and finish these tags and get things planted. All right, so I have everything planted up. I went on ahead and put 2 seeds per cell, even with the bush beans as well, because I mean, in case one doesn't come up, I'll have another one in its place. No love lost. So now I am gonna wrap this video up because mostly my camera is dying right now. But hopefully you guys enjoyed watching me get some chores done today. If you did, please make sure that you go on ahead and subscribe to the channel. Stick around because now that we have a graduate, we got that out of the way, I have a lot more time to kind of, you know, mentally prepared to be on camera and like want to be on camera. So again, I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure that you go on ahead and hit the subscribe. I wish you all health, wealth, and prosperity. And until the next time, peace.